So this gay ass turn-based roguelike visual novel was burning a hole in our pocket, and we have the demo for it. So, yeah, you see the recordings and screenshots in the corner. You may have a glimpse to what we might be getting into, but don't worry, it's all above board. Oh, it's a great time to drink water. You should drink water too, chat. Water so cold you fill your pants. Welcome to Emblems, Sunless Vow. Get ready for some nightmarish dreamscapes. And, some interesting character interactions. I'll warn you, the game seems to be generally stable, but the intro cutscene does skip a bit. So I'm letting you know in advance so that you know once it starts playing and you don't go, Fluff, I think there's something wrong with the game. It's like, I'm sure it'll be fixed at some point. But the rest of the game runs fine. Starting from the beginning. What is this place?
A tormented landscape.
The hills move, though I am standing still. The ground swims in a morass of color. Even the air is not right. With each breath I take, a fresh grip of dread takes hold. Can such a tortured land truly be real? Perhaps this is merely a dream. One more twisted than I have ever known.
No.
No. I do not believe I am sleeping. But if that is the case, I must have been wounded in battle. A head injury if I cannot even recall how I arrived. And yet, my skin is unbroken. In such situations, one must remain calm and begin by retracing their steps.
Surely.
Surely there'll be no time until I recall something. In the meantime, perhaps I can find an eyewitness. Hell's bells. I can barely think. Did something go wrong again? Ugh. Of all the ever-loving. I've never had an experiment blow up so hard it sent me into the void! No, it's okay. I can figure this out, I can... that's weird. I can't remember any of the variables. No, hang on. This can't be right. This wasn't me. Someone interfered? Someone else sent me here. To this messed up place. I have to find out who it was. I have to find out that idiot who... You. You're the idiot.
What were you thinking?
Do you even know what you've done? How dare you bring me to a place like this? I must beg your pardon. You have clearly mistaken me for another. I know nothing of you nor of this strange land. Least of all how to bring someone into it. But you're...
Is that right?
Well, I should have known, now that I've looked closer. You don't show a shred of magical talent. You're hard-pressed to light a candle, never mind crossing dimensions. Forget I said anything. This weird air is making me lightheaded. For a second I thought you were someone... Hey! Are you just gonna keep pointing that thing at me, or are you gonna say something? Pretty sure it's common courtesy to introduce yourself before getting to the swordplay.
Likewise.
I would ask you the same. Who are you?
Excuse me?
I asked you first. Or don't you have any manners?
Of course.
Yes, do pardon my rudeness. Your love for etiquette is plain. My name is... My name. You don't remember, huh? What have you done?
What?
Nothing. I don't know anything about this. For once. Just look at that blade out of my face already.
Is that so?
You have to forgive me if I find you abysmally untrustworthy. Earlier, you asked if I knew what I had done in bringing us here. Clearly, you know something. What is here?
That's not what I... Look.
Look, I don't know where we are, but any halfway decent mage could see that there's something not right here. The facets are all wrong. It's unprecedented. It's dangerous. The facets. Yeah?
Really?
You know, those little building blocks of time and space? You should at least know what they are, even if you aren't skilled enough to see them. Just what are they teaching knights these days? Let's set aside that subject for now.
Explain.
How did you know I had forgotten my name? Answer me. Okay. Just wait a second. It's not like I knew that you forgot. It's just... Well, the thing is... I might not remember mine either.
Then...
All of a sudden, I just woke up here. I don't know why. But it can't be good. Did you say something? What is that? I don't know, but stay behind me. Well, of course you don't know. I wasn't really asking if you... I would advise against raising your voice again. That is assuming you have the capacity to speak softly. This infernal beast wants for blood. In the current circumstance, I cannot guarantee will not be received. That's... I can take care of myself, you know. You'll see how bloodthirsty it is after it's had a taste of... What are you? This! Huh? It just went right through. I know nothing of spells, but I do not like the sound of that. You're saying we cannot touch it? It's more than that. It's impossible. That spell sedates living matter. For something to be completely unaffected, it would have to be... It would have to already be...
Oh.
Dead? That is correct.
What?
How did you...
Pardon me.
My apologies. That is only half correct. This soul has been all but drained of its once shining vitality. It has caused it to fade and forget, and become the beast you see before you. But, although it has been robbed of the gift of reason, in truth, it yet lives. For now.
Thank you.
I must thank you for your timely assistance. The two of us are unused to facing such souls in battle. We are beholden to your generosity. Think nothing of it. I would sooner waste away than lay the claws of death upon another person. I see. In that case, perhaps you would honor us with an introduction? Do tell me, who are you? To claim to know such details of this accursed realm and the souls within?
You may call me Spirit.
I am an inhabitant of sorts, and I have come to request your aid.
Really?
An inhabitant of the void? You're trying to tell me there are people who live in this chaotic hellhole? Okay then, I'll bite. If you know so much. What in Wicked's wheelhouse is going on with the facets in this place? I can't read them at all. It's almost like someone's covering them up on purpose. Know anything about that, Mr. I Live in the Void? And while we're at it, what's up with that unstable ramshackle spell? I've never seen anyone slay beasts that were already dead. They were souls, and I did not destroy. How did you even know we were here? And why would why would an inhabitant need any help from us anyway? To address your last point,
You see,
it is true this domain holds a particular affinity towards me. However, that is not enough. As you'll soon find, it is not so simple a matter of knowing what to do in this place.
this realm.
The barriers of this realm cannot be faced alone.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, first of all, this cryptic act has got to go. Act. Do not mind them. They have little interest in decency and even less in mutual respect.
Right?
Oh yeah? Like Miss Insufferable Night is any better.
Look.
Do you mind? I was trying to get some actual answers out of our know-it-all pink savior. Yes, I know the exchange. I did hear it. Though it can hardly be called that.
Still.
If only you were to be still and listen, he might be able to get a single word in edgewise.
Knock it off.
Don't lecture me. This is mage stuff. Butt out.
Spirit.
Good spirit. Again, I thank you for coming to our aid. We would, of course, be open to hearing you out. However, the two of us are suffering from a rather sudden and unique circumstance. As such, it is proving most difficult to get our bearings. Oh, it is not so unique.
On that matter,
As it so happens, I have overheard your situation. Given you're newly come to this realm, it is only natural that your memories have been sealed.
Explain.
What do you... Although,
I'm afraid not.
I'm afraid we'll have to wait. The baleful throes of tormented souls have yet to be slaked. So... Are you gonna let him keep talking like that? Listen carefully, I will teach you the ways to protect yourselves. Through these depths are strange and unforgiving. Our meeting here is mostly fortuitous. Now then, as you have already discovered, neither physical weapons nor faceted spells will disarm our foes. Uh-huh. So what's the secret, big guy? I'm on the edge of my seat over here. There's but one way to do battle in this realm, and that is with your soul. Excuse me? You must wield against your foes that which they are themselves, a mass of spiritual energy, carved from the very soul inside you. Such creations are known as emblems. Carved from our souls? I must warn you that I am wholly unfamiliar with magic of any kind. If this soul working is the only way to do battle here, then I fear I may not be of much use. Actually, you're an ideal candidate. Pardon? To carve the soul, one need only wield their intent as a tool. It must be strong to do so, but yours is a staggering ambition. I am certain you can harness it to be your blade. All the better to cut your path. I, still do not. Don't listen to him. What he's describing isn't that simple, and it's not magic. And anyway, spirit, maybe don't peddle your reductionist garbage while we have literal monsters breathing down our necks. We do need to do something now. Yes, I'm tending to that. Though I have no doubt your souls will yield powerful emblems once properly cultivated. That process cannot be rushed. But we are in a hurry. At this time, I'll create rudimentary versions for you. The emblems will be weaker this way, but do not worry. The pain will be quick. Hold on! You can't just dip into someone else's soul to do whatever you... Do pardon me. Ah! You absolute dirtbag! How do you keep doing these impossible things? Do let us begin. Hi, Sonny! Welcome to Emblems, Sunless Void, where gay people scream in agony. Much like real life. Good job making it to Friday. I know it doesn't seem like it amounts to much, but you made it through another week. Good job. The light of lost souls now manifests as powerful emblems. Follow spirits' directions to defeat the hostile souls and continue your journey through the void. These emblems now belong to the two of you. Born from your very souls, they are a part of you and will respond to your wills accordingly. To our wills? Select one to begin your attack. And forecast your damage. Each emblem deals damage equal to its level. Select your emblem again to attack. After you attack, the enemy will counter with one of its own. Select this emblem to defeat the current enemy. Attacking and defeating enemies gives your emblem experience. By accumulating enough, your level will increase. As levels are the source of your damage and power, naturally you'll want to gain as many as possible. Naturally, the higher our level, the harder we hit. I don't need you to tell me that. That's just how numbers work. Perhaps you have not considered this before, but it is indeed possible to keep one's comments to oneself. However, do keep in mind, when an enemy is defeated, the next one in line will immediately counter you. Thus, in order to avoid defeat, you must give each emblem time to rest. Between turns, all resting emblems will recover 1 vitality. Be sure to consider an emblem's current vitality before sending it out to fight, or whether it might be better to let it rest. With that, I've shared all that I can on how to fight with one's soul. Please proceed to direct the emblems as you see fit. Your demonstration is much appreciated. This is all very new to me, but somehow it does not feel so impossible to control these emblems. I will give it my all. Of course, I have faith in you. And rest assured, I'll be right here if something unfortunate were to happen. Oh, this game is we're gonna be down bad for this, cause this is just very much ego death. Just there's an endless mode. It's just like, oh yes, I just want to disassociate for a few hours and bang emblems against each other. PogChamp.
Most impressive.
It's no surprise you've been struggling, Sonny. You're not the only one. Gets harder and harder. Most impressive. As expected, both of your souls are quite strong. Tell me, how did it feel to wield an emblem for the first time? It was much easier than I had anticipated. Though no less peculiar. I need only think, and my soul wills the emblem to react. Yes, it is a common response. Such techniques can feel strange at first, but with repeated exposure, one's body may acclimate to a great number of things. Like anal. In any case, you both have done well. Our immediate threat has been quelled, and with that, we have gained a brief respite. Though for how long is uncertain. I apologize for the rush, but as our time may be short, we must now come to an agreement. Regarding your request for aid, I presume? That is correct, however. Do know that I will not ask without your own interests in mind. I intend for the arrangement to be mutually beneficial. Dreamy.
Spirit.
Good spirit. As you say, time is of the essence. Given that, I hope you will pardon my bluntness. I will not agree to anything until we have first come to an understanding. Of course. I know there is much that troubles you, and for good reason. As a show of good faith, please allow me to answer some of your own queries before we negotiate. Some queries, but not all, huh? Where do I even start? How about I start? How about you stop shoving your authority into every possible little... Do tell us. Just where are we? Adrift. In the space between.
Wow.
Ah! That's so helpful! The space between... what, precisely? Worlds. An immortal void. Unburdened by judgment. A forgotten gap. Overrun with disorder. I admit, I was not even aware that such places existed. If we truly find ourselves in such a realm, Then why do we not recall the circumstances that led us here?
Surely.
Surely there must be an extraordinary, nigh impossible to forget. You said it was only natural to have lost our memories, but I do not understand why. Such is the fate awaiting all who intrude here.
You see,
The loss of one's memory is an effect deeply weft into this realm's fabric of reality, a measure of self-defense against the uninvited.
Excuse me?
A place that zaps your memories just by walking into it? Excuse me? Are you kidding? You mean to say that we have been branded this way as intruders? Have you done all this to us then? Of course not. It is simply the way of this world. No person is responsible. Uh-huh, says you. So what then? We're stuck like this? Memories gone forever, poof? In the fullest of truths, no. Your memories have not been taken. Merely clouded. They would presumably return. If you had the power to leave. Oh, yeah. And just who's stopping us?
this realm.
The realm we occupy is an infinite wasteland. A desolate seabed, dried and drained of once teeming life. In this petrified sand stretching feebly beyond all bounds, stony fingers have split the earth. These jagged, ever-present spires are the claws of an overseer. Spare me the creepy poetry, please. You're saying whatever's stopping us is under the ground? Yes. The conductor of this wayward dimension. The heart, to which all else is anchored.
Explain.
What manner of being is this heart? I do not know.
Really?
You don't? You don't know something? Did anyone else hear that, or am I having a fever dream? But what I do know is that the heart of this realm holds the key to all mysteries. If you wish to escape, we must find it. You claim this heart is the key to all things, yet you speak as if it is unknown to you.
Tell me.
Do you know this subterranean heart, or don't you?
Yes.
It is far from unknown. The heart's eminence ebbs and flows through all inhabitants. That said, we're held at a distance, as the veins of foliage grow ever more infinite and wondrous under scrutiny. I wish to know more. I need to know more. This meagerest of tastes we are allowed, this mere glimpse of the heart's truths is simply intolerable. But the way the heart's side is barred. One cannot reach it alone, no matter how cunning. And that is why I have need of your assistance. Well, putting whatever that was aside, how are we supposed to help you? You already know I'm out of my element here? Or did you just want to hear me admit that? Other than maintaining your existence and allowing me to guide you, there's not anything special I require of you. That's great, but not a real answer. I'm tired. You try.
Spirit.
Good spirit. In all of your apparent wisdom and skill, why precisely can you not make your journey to the heart alone? Because our foes know my weakness. Oh, do tell. It is not only mine. Thus far, we have been fortunate. The souls we have faced in battle have been weak, depleted. Their power was nearly taken over the long span of their time here. However, the vast majority of souls in this place are still fresh, with their innate abilities intact. When threatened, they will assume the form of their opponent's weakness, whoever that opponent may be.
Then
Does that not include ourselves? How will our presence remove this barrier from your path? While the light of others is not invariably warm, often it reveals hidden
It is
insights.
simple.
That which one has trouble seeing will come easily to another. In this way, the three of us can protect each other, using your own unique strengths to make up for the others' shortcomings. This is, in my estimation, the only way any of us could ever hope to proceed. So that is why you were so keen to recruit us. A watchful pact, where we must each defend the other's weaknesses in their stead. It does not sound unwise.
Way.
Ugh! No, no, no! This little group is not my idea of a good time. You're... you... and worse, he's... him! That's gotta be the worst combination of vibes in all history. Do rest assured that the feeling is mutual.
regardless.
Regardless, the result is the same. Our memories are lost to us, our power tenuous. There is no helping it. If we wish to survive, we must accept this generous offer and go into the depths of this place. To the heart. Together. I know that! I just... Ugh! Forget it! Whatever. It's fine.
Together.
If we're going to go, then let's go already. So you can be sensible. It is an honor to bear witness to such an occasion. I dare say it suits you. What was that? Sorry, I don't speak ignorant prude. And you can stop making that face.
We are.
Then we are in agreement. Ahem.
Very well.
Yes, we travel together, Spirit. For the time being, it seems you may consider us in your care, and you in ours. Ah, wonderful. That is good news. I thank you both truly. Unfortunately, I must ask that we turn our minds to readying against the next attack. In order to truly protect ourselves, our emblems must be modified immediately.
Thus,
We must share with them the remainder of our souls. Oh, is that all? You've gotta be joking. It's not just a piece of our souls that you need now, but the whole rest of it too? What was that first bite for then? Whetting your appetite?
do pardon me.
That was an emergency, and I did not take anything for myself. Your soul remains with you. I simply moved where a part of it resides, into the emblems before you, so that you could leverage its power to the fight. But I dared not risk a full transference without your cooperation. It'll be better if I refrain from such direct contact with your souls in the future anyhow. No kidding. Therefore, please join me in a brief meditation.
Excuse me?
What? I will guide the two of you through the remainder of your soul transference. This way, you'll be able to imbue the emblems at your own pace, free of my influence. If you listen well, I will not need another bite. Not long ago, moving one's very soul would have seemed to be an inconceivable, ethereal act, but now, having successfully wielded the emblems for even the short time, has done a great deal of conditioning, as it were.
I suppose.
Very well, we will listen.
No way.
Well, I was going to, yeah, but when you volunteer me like that, just... Is some kind of night thing to speak for everyone in the room? Ah, the matter is quite imminent, if I could possibly. Alright, just say your meditation or whatever. I'm all ears.
In that case,
Thank you. Then in that case, close your eyes and turn them inward. Imagine the turbulent sea of your heart filled with immeasurable light. Dashed along your inner shores, surges of stardust. Each errant light glitters as so much sea foam, rent and reeved to glistening pieces. The wreckage swirls together, flushed from your every pore. A lucent assemblage, ready to be born anew. You have done it. Is that so? I feel strange. Such a vivid scene in my mind's eye.
Spirit.
Spirit, I thought you said you wouldn't interfere this time. You definitely still helped us just now. I felt it. That my mere words were enough to heighten your sensitivity thus gladdens me. I chose them carefully for that very purpose. And see here, your great labor. You have completed the transference. You have made your emblems one with you. And in return, they have revealed unto you their inner types. Well done, that is to say, with this, we are now prepared to move forward. Although, I suppose there remains one last detail. Just one? Are you sure? The matter of your names. If they are lost, what shall I call you? She should be Windbag. In that case, you should call them Petulant Wasp. If I may. Radiant Warrior, your soul holds much dignity, as a sword carving true its just course. Given that, we might call you Weapon. A strange course of logic, but I suppose it rings true enough.
I suppose.
Well, I am not opposed to it. Ha! Nothing wrong with that logic. A simple name for a simple person, relying on big metal sticks instead of brains. And for you, magic. Your supposed expertise. Supposed? I take it back. I'm not going anywhere with you two. Come now. If you take to offense to his words, surely the best solution is to come along with us and set him to rights. Fuck! We're still in tutorial land. That poem actually brought tear to my eyes. The vivid scene, as it were. Chapter 1. Trapped. Oh, I should actually change the thingy. Unfortunately, when a game is as small as this one, the category itself for the game isn't gonna get much traction. So, unfortunately, games and demos will be better. Humble weapon and magic. Most souls we face from here on will have a type, just as we do now. These are indicated by their color and symbol. All emblems have a type: weapon, magic, spirit. I just read Specky's comment about how I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl was never pitched as an actual show. But it's just really popular. I want it to be a series though. Each type has an innate strength as well as a weakness. For a start, magic types are strong against spirit types. Oh, that's good to know. Initiate attack to see how you will fare. Because you have the advantage, the attack will deal 50% bonus damage. Select again to attack. Conversely, those at a disadvantage will deal only 75% damage. I see. That is quite the difference. Then it'll be wise to keep those dynamics in mind as we decide who among us will attack each turn. If magic dispels spirits, then weapons must subdue. Who asked you? On that matter, if you were to attack again, magic, my word, haste does make waste. What was that? You set me up! My apologies. I merely meant to warn you that if you were to attack again, your emblem would be defeated. This means it will be unavailable until further notice, and it will lose 1 level. Hell's bells. Say that part first next time! To avoid such a defeat in the future, it is important to look ahead to the ready for what type of counter may lie in wait. As for remembering how the types interact, it will be helpful to think of it as a triangle. Weapon subdues magic. Magic dispels spirit. Spirit affrights weapon. Well, I would not go as far as to say spirit frightens me. Frightened in his fashion sense, maybe. On the contrary, I find him rather well dressed. Oh no. For another way of looking at it, by selecting an enemy, you can forecast how much damage it will do to each of your own types. This allows a quick assessment of the dynamics we have just discussed. If you are uninterested in such extra steps, do note that you can proceed more quickly by simply swiping an emblem towards the arena. Although personally I prefer to take things more slowly. Ah, good spirit. It seems that there is a strange enemy approaching, there in the back. I cannot tell what the type it bears. How rare to see one of these battered souls forced take its rest so openly. What you are referring to is a dormant soul. They are not a cause for concern. In fact, they are more of a good opportunity. Dormant enemies have hidden types, but will not counter during their first turn. Such opportunities can help one catch up, should they ever find themselves falling behind. I know you weren't looking at me just now! Behold, if I were to attack just now, then magic's weakest emblem can follow up and reap the benefits of my... Oh, I'm not falling for that again. Pick someone else to make a fool of. What are you, pouting? I find no joy in deception. We are companions now, are we not? Any loss of yours will be mine as well. I guarantee you will approve of the result this time if you simply trust what I have told you. Okay, fine. Fine! Who knew you were such a crybaby? Here goes. Hey, it didn't counter, just like you said. And not only is your emblem safe, It has gained a great many levels in this trial of bravery. Good for you, Magic. The path of bravery is an admirable one. I'm no stranger to bravery. Well, I can control all the possible outcomes of the situation beforehand, that is. So, in sum, types are a double-edged sword. They allow us a clear advantage over our foes, but at the same time render us disadvantaged when the tables have been turned. Yes, very good. And our victory is to be found in striking a balance between the two. Nevertheless, our first line of defense will always be gaining levels. Given that, let's try to get all emblems to level 5 by the end of this battle. Except, of course, the one Magic has lost. You mean the one you lost? I like a good flow. Ah, so close. The next battle may be a struggle, but with the right choices we may still prevail. But before we move on, I would like to address the fate of the defeated emblem. Now that you mention it, all you said was that it would be out of commission for some time. That sounds temporary, so is that just taking a little power nap or something? That would not be so far-fetched. Because emblems are tied to the soul, they are indeed self-regenerating. You may have noticed these restorative effects during battle already. Suffering a defeat, however, cannot be recovered from this way. Nobody makes things to last these days, huh? Then I hope you've got another Lucian assemblage hiding somewhere in those gauzy robes. Cause you can bet I'm not gonna spend any more of my soul on a replacement. Magic, must you heckle him so? It is alright. Thankfully, their emblem can be restored. Just not by our own hands. Whose hands do we need then? The Heart's. The Heart's hallowed sanctum. Then what now? Though our trek through the void circles round and round, our tangled web laid in a murky maze, this perilous path will here and then lead to small comforts. Lathered in the dust of our struggles, we have crawled in the brink of such a shelter. A sanctum. Come, let us partake in its blessings. Partaking in blessings with the homies. When entering the Heart's sanctum, fallen enemies will be revived. Falling emblems will be revived. What's more, we will be allowed the choice of a single solace, a temporary boon to our powers. Choose wisely and be glad for this honor. Sadly, the Heart's sanctum is fleeting. We cannot enter it whenever we choose. However, I am well attuned to its soothing presence. I will note the location on our map going forward. Agony, agony. The mysteries of the void are many, its pain vast. Sometimes, especially angered souls will stand in our way. They are called vengeful spirits, and they have unique powers. This one is known as agony. It does not attack, but instead builds its rage with each turn. If we are not successful in dispatching it, it will eventually explode. But aside from that, this battle should hold no surprises.
Apparently being trapped in the void wasn't enough. There are bombs now too?
An explosive being of spiteful moods.
We already have one of those. Well, there's a few more, really.
As always, do not hesitate to check their references for anything you are unsure of. It often pays to be prepared.
Get down! Why did you... What do you think you're doing, getting in the way like that? You don't have to protect me! How many times have I told you? Honestly, I do not know what came over me. It's not as if it is strange for a knight to want to shield others, but for some reason, I do not know. Perhaps you simply radiate your vulnerability too eagerly. Oh, so it's my fault now? Well, sorry, but I'm not gonna thank you for hurting yourself. No one asked you to do that. Besides, it didn't even help. We both still got blasted, so next time don't bother. I mean it.
In any case, it will be alright. We can recover from this. Though it seems we may need a stronger strike to reliably defeat vengeful spirits before they lash out.
A stronger strike? Pretty sure none of us are holding back just for fun. Well, I wouldn't put it past you. We're gaining levels as fast as we can. What else do you want us to do?
No, it is not your own fault. But we may have yet other options for gaining the upper hand. I will consider this. In the meantime, let us take care to prioritize the dismantling of any agonies which cross our paths as best we can.
Oh, lost me for a second? Well, glad to be back, I guess. No, that was not so bad, was it? We have escaped with our lives, at least.
Sure.
Oh, sure. I didn't need that half of my ropes anyway. I mean, why not get them blown completely off by angry void bombs? That's fine. They did not cover up much to begin with. I can hardly tell the difference, truth be told. Excuse me, did you say something? To you, I would never. Good. Besides, if there's anyone the Mossy Patrol should be going after, it's probably the guy prancing around in spooky lingerie, right? His clothes are... What is wrong with where... What is wrong with... What is wrong with... Which is a weapon? You sound a bit confused. Well, surely we have better things to do than assess the propriety of Spirit's ensemble. Yeah. Don't burst a holy blood vessel.
Wicked forbid you use your eyes to look at someone. That's probably 3 chivalric vows broken right there. Knighthood has no such vows. I have looked at others plenty of times. I bet you have. Very respectably. From a chaste distance. I'm just gonna let that sink in for everyone. I know the bottoms in the room are probably creating very secure passwords. Is this surprising? This is literally queer disasters bickering. It's like watching Princesses of Power or something. And also Revolutionary Girl Utena. I love it when bratty bombs get put against the wall. Whoa! You sure you should be looming over me like that? You might catch my indecency. Tell me, does this distance seem chaste? Alright. Point proven. I take it back. So, you can stop making it awkward anytime. I have made it so. You're the one who brought it up. Undergarments.
Wait.
Now hold on. Technically speaking, Spirit brought them up. By wearing them outside as clothes. You do know that the under part means underneath, right? Do not worry. I have those too.
That's not what
I wasn't worried about... You're two pairs of... Ugh! Look, just forget it. Then if that matter is resolved, I wonder if we might address a brief concern of my own. Don't say brief. Of course, good spirit. If the matter is within our power, what is your concern?
It is simple.
Recently, I wonder, have there been any changes to your condition? Condition? You're referring to our memory loss?
Yes.
I am. From beneath the veil of the void which clouds the recesses of your mind, have you felt anything stirring recently? I believe I am more or less unchanged. For the moment.
Oh.
I see. And you, Magic? Sorry, sir. Nothing to report here. But don't worry. I'll be sure to tell you about any stomach aches or stiff joints from now on. Or if I need a diaper change. Very well. It seems I've worried for nothing. Please forgive the diversion. If there are no further comments, I suppose the two of you are ready to go. The net's outcrop will require steeper climbing than we are used to, and a bit of dodging, judging by the unstable stones at the top. But, as I hear it, you have no complaints about your current physical conditions, so it should be no matter. Sometimes I can't tell if he's being petty or if he's just that oblivious. Do mind the spikes. Everyone experiences autism differently. I was actually away for the context. Oh, so Magic was teasing Weapon about knightly vows and like in chivalry and not like lusting or whatever, and Weapon was like, actually I look at people all the time and I don't know about this chaste stuff you're talking about. And, you know, to prove a point. Level fusion? Sets the level of your highest and lowest level emblems to the average of their current levels plus 1. That'll probably be useful. Grading on a curve. Wow, that is a long way. Float on. Hold. Weapon stops the group. Luminescent, otherworldly mushrooms glimmer across the side of the path. It has been some time since anyone has eaten. Nope, Magic declares, resuming their march. When no one follows them, they groan, whipping around impatiently. Hey, I wouldn't touch those if I were you. As if not hearing, Weapon crouches low to inspect the glowing fungus. Though its light is soft, it paints her with an eerie glint as she leans in, unafraid. Spirit spares a brief glance to Magic, then moves to join the inspection. They scoff at him loudly. Spirit's movements are light and slow, as always, as he kneels down beside her. But he seems somehow tense. He peers around Weapon's shoulder, watching her stony face. Weapon breathes in. The scent emanating here stirs her memories. Spirit reaches out. The finger-like stalks seem to flinch at his presence. Magic pesters him to leave. Weapon breathes in. The scent emanating here stirs her memories. She picks a few of the sweet-smelling caps, bringing them close to her face. There's a long pause. And then, her eyes open. She nods. This part is safe to eat. Magic recoils. You first! In response, Spirit takes one, chewing thoughtfully. His commentary on the taste and texture is unexpectedly long. All emblems are healed for 2 vitality. The group carries on. I like that. That was cool. This game is great. Spirit.
Yes.
My joints are stiff. That is to be expected, I think. We did just scale several cliff sides, and we are clearly unaccustomed to such rigorous... No, it's...
Something has changed. Already.
Do you not feel it? There's some kind of disruption here. I mean, obviously because this whole place is messed up, but... It's something else. There's something weird here. I can see it.
Interesting.
Interesting. Until now, due to the facets you claimed were hidden from you, I thought you were unable to perceive the energy of this realm. What could have changed, I wonder?
Well, how does anyone here learn anything? Well, how does anyone learn anything? I've been observing you, of course. For science. A scholar's interest, is it? Was it not you who deemed his powers reductionist garbage? Wah! Hello, Raiders! Hey! Christy2, thank you so much for the raid. What were you playing? Or doing? Or arting? Kitty is too. Sorry, when words run together, sometimes I struggle. I believe that's how shoutouts work. There we go. Shoutout successful. Rogue Legacy 2? Oh, we really love the first one. We haven't checked out the sequel yet. I hope you had a good time. feel free to abscond and, you know, take care of yourself, or, you know, take a load off. If you don't have have it with you to stick around, that's totally fine. Be sure to do everything you need to do. Thank you for trusting your community with us. Really appreciate you. For those who are unfamiliar, I'm Fantasia of the Fluff by Entertainment System. We're a plural system, so we're like, you could slap our body and it's like, you can fit so many VTubers in here. I use she, her pronouns, Fox Kitty, and we have a whole lineup today, you know, variety streaming and whatnot. Right now we're playing a roguelike, gay disasters, argue and maybe kiss, visual novel, turn-based roguelike. Although I haven't died yet, probably because I'm still in the tutorial. Hope everyone's having a great day, or at least one that doesn't completely suck. We think you broke your category. I switched the category to oh no, it went to art. That's weird. I meant it to be games and demos. Oh my god, our go live notification is still the same from when we did the Bloodborne stream. I didn't realize that. That's really funny. I might keep it.
How unfortunate. It seems you have been elevated to science.
Look, I know a lot. And if I don't know something, I know how to find out. But for the longest time, I couldn't tell a single thing about how this place worked. The facets were all there, but mangled somehow. Covered. It wasn't adding up. So yes, I kept my eyes on you.
For science.
Uh-huh. But then, all of a sudden, in the sanctum, I saw something. Something swimming around us. Strands of power. Pinpricks of light. It was our so-called blessing. The solace.
I see. That you could learn to perceive such a thing simply by watching us.
Most impressive.
Isn't it?
This school of lights you describe. Of course, I saw them there in the sanctum, and I see them now as well, but what exactly do you claim is disruptive about them? To me, they feel the same as the solace's warmth. Flowing. Pleasant.
The basic signature is the same, but the actual form here is way more compact. Instead of a wide pulsing stream whose power fades away slowly, it's more like little stars that shine brighter and brighter before they explode. You know, like a zing instead of a foom.
Oh.
Now, of course, I wouldn't consult the facet. I couldn't consult the facet, so I don't actually know any of this, but right before the stars fizzle out, right before they start to burn away, it kind of feels like I could use them. That part, at least, is the same as the solace. Just on a time limit.
A time limit.
There, look. If I attack now... Ha ha! What's wrong, Spirit? Was that too fast for you? Need me to do it again?
I believe you have beaten me to the solution, Magic.
Ha! Of course I... Wait, solution to what?
In times of trouble, when we face the all too eager wrath of explosive vengeful spirits, this can be our strongest strike. These zings, as you call them. They'll surely pave a great flagstone to the path we tread to victory.
If that is the case, perhaps we might call them something more reflective of their grand function. Critical hits, for example.
Sure, whatever. I have better things to do with my brain power than come up with catchy names. Better things, like engaging in simpering vagaltry. Yes. Remember, kids, not all wizards are non-binary, but all non-binary people are wizards. Critical hits will now have opportunities to make. You'll now have opportunities to make critical hits. Look for emblems with a rotating star. Their next attack will deal critical damage. Each type has its own unique crit effect. Magic crits hit 2 targets.
Surely a unique implementation of energy. It is truly a pity I never thought to use the ephemeral stars in this way myself. How fortunate we are. Magic for your cleverness and talent in learning.
Well, yeah, you're pretty lucky to have me, huh? Nice of you to finally realize.
Indeed, so irreverent we have been.
A wise and sanctious magic. However, will the rest of us make use of this incredible boon? Now there's a question. For a start, you're doomed. Do you even know what a book is?
What an inquiry. She almost certainly does.
Was that meant in defense of me?
When the net star appears, I will attempt a critical hit of my own, to ensure my grasp of the workings afterward. Let us come back to the subject.
I don't see what else there is to discuss. Knights are bad at magic, end of story. Fine, just show us what you got already.
It may take a turn or two for another star to pass by, but when it does, I will be ready. At this time,
Mine was better. Spirits crits deal massive damage to an emblem if your emblem is missing lots of vitality. They also heal you, +1 damage per vite level for every 2 vite your emblem was missing. When all thing is lost, you may have the power to make something good of it. Use Spirit's crits to have his weakened emblems, to give his weakened emblems another chance. I like the symbolism in that. While hope sing is lost, you may still have the power to make something good of it. Intriguing. The more dire straits you are in, the more your hidden strength wells up from deep within. I can certainly relate.
Ah, that's a very generous way of putting it. In truth, it is nothing so praiseworthy.
Perish the thought. So, about weapons crit. Ah, yes, I am last. On the list of people I'd want to spend time with. On the list of those who would ever choose to spend time with you.
Humble weapon, my proposal is thus. While you cannot see these fleeting stars innately, your emblems are a corridor into your soul. In that case, they may serve as a spiritual conduit that might awaken the proper awareness within you, to transfer the knowledge of spiritual sight. Enough to serve our purpose here at least.
I do not suppose you have done this before. Do you truly believe such a thing to be possible? For a knight to see magic?
I do. But even if it does not work, I can promise that I will not harm you.
You've gotta be joking. There's no way you can... No! Too many possible things have happened already. You can't have another one. I just caught up.
Very well, Spirit, I will participate. Then, if you would simply stand still.
Whoa, pretty colors.
It is done.
Already? I'm not sure how to test this new sight. At the very least, I do not see any stars at the moment. I suppose we ought to continue our battle while we wait for their reappearance?
Yes, I'm most eager to see the results.
As am I. Eager is a word for it. I believe I see it. No way. You mean you really see? You have the star in your sight. Now, all you must do is reach for it. Reach out and pull the yielding light from its tether, and it will be yours. I have gained a magical barrier, it seems. Shall I test its strength? Incredible. I barely felt the sting of its retaliation. Weapons crits deal 25% bonus damage, and also give your emblem a shield. The Hardy Shield blocks 75% of the next hit on that emblem. If the rest of your emblems are weak or in peril, Weapons Crit Shield can weather the blow. That's... how? Later. Spirit, I want you to know exactly how you... Never mind. I don't care. Just remember, if you two want to use the crits, you have to pay attention. The zings won't wait for you, and neither will I. Yes, I quite like that about them. It is very spontaneous. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Cause you're such a lively, spontaneous guy, right? I'm not. Oh, a little thingy reminding us what all the crits do. Sometimes you just gotta take a chance. Very good.
This realm.
As we continue our descent into the depths of this void, we will take part in many such battles. Should we survive, our emblems will gain levels and become stronger. However, there is a downside. You see, the more powerful we become, the more notice we will invite. And those who take notice will... Spirit?
That's...
Are you well? What was that flash of light? It is nothing to be concerned about. Are you certain? You can barely stand. Please.
No.
Do not worry over me. I am already recovering.
Steady.
Do pardon me.
You have my apologies, Weapon, and my gratitude, as always. But if you would not mind, let us speak no more of this. Our previous discussion holds much more precedence, I assure you.
I suppose.
Very well. I will set it aside for now. Thank you.
In that case,
To summarize my words from before, the growing our strength is necessary to survive in this land. But that fact will in turn attract even greater dangers. In order to delay those threats for as long as possible, I advise the following change. Our emblems should not store the levels they gain within themselves.
Excuse me?
Huh? But would that still be getting stronger if we threw our levels away?
I'm afraid not.
I do not speak of discarding them. After our time in an area has passed, our levels will simply be moved to a separate vessel. I have one such way on my person. It is known as a Relic of Mercy.
Really?
Oh, I just love when you drop a dubious new void thing on us. Please, please, go on. I'm ready to hear the catch. In return for housing our levels within it,
Ridiculous.
I knew it. The relic would grant us a mercy at certain thresholds. A mercy
It is
is...
simple.
Overcoming hardship will often remold oneself into a new strength formed. That is a mercy. Permanent strengths gained in exchange for temporary loss. Oh, thanks! That sure clears things up. Pretty convenient that you've got something like that hanging out in your pocket, huh?
Come now.
Come now, envy does not become you. Everything becomes me. Thanks.
Spirit.
Spirit, this relic. Will it have anything to do with your earlier collapse? Is it something that harms you to use? No. It is alright. This is the surest path. The relic will only make things easier for us in the long term. And for the levels we house within it. Forgive me if I have misunderstood, but it will make things easier for the levels? What do you mean by that? Is a level not simply a measure of our power? A level is a collection of souls. The souls of our enemies, to be exact.
Then...
We have been capturing the souls of all the beasts we have fought until now? If one chose to frame it that way, yes, that could be said. However, their capture was not my intention. The fact of the matter is that we cannot simply pass by our foes unharmed. But if they are weakened, allowing our emblems to absorb them, then their degradation will be halted. Their life force sustained until such a time as we may place them safely into the relic. There, the souls will be concealed. As a result, it will be more difficult for greater enemies to detect us. I see. It seems best for both parties, then. Yes. Our benefiting from this act is merely a fortunate side effect. Oh, I don't know. Using souls to power our mercy machine feels pretty tasteless to me.
Listen carefully.
Please, listen carefully. The souls will not be used or changed. There's no harm at all. I've explained that.
No way.
And what if I don't believe you? Your track record for soul etiquette isn't the best, pal. Or did you conveniently forget about your mistreatment of ours? I have explained that also. And rectified the situation as I could.
Well, in that case...
Well, maybe your explanation wasn't good enough. Did you ever think about that?
Magic.
Magic, do tell me. What purpose does your commitment to misunderstanding serve in our grand plan of escape?
No.
Why do you keep coming to his rescue? The way he does things not right. I can't work with someone like this. I can't just let him do whatever he wants. He's not trustworthy.
Is that so?
Is that so? And I'm meant to believe that you are.
You test my patience.
You test my patience thoroughly. I am well aware of Spirit's propensity for secrets. But what evil has he done to us truly? And it is by his hand and his guidance that we yet live. Unlike you, who so far has shown that you seek only to make our hellish situation worse. He is making an effort to help.
That's not it.
You don't get it. You don't do magic. You understand how every impossible thing he does is so wrong. His flimsy excuses might be enough for an ignorant like you, but for me they're a source of jealousy. I'm not jealous of anything! Magic. I do not begrudge you of your suspicions, or even your questions. I still have many of my own, and I will continue to ask them, when appropriate, until they are satisfied. But too many times now, you have needled others unfairly, uselessly, merely as an excuse to be belligerent. Do you want me to just let him get away with everything? Anything's okay as long as Spirit's the one doing it.
Be still.
Do not twist my words. If you are going to speak, contend with all of what I have said, or none of it. You cannot pick and choose. Okay then!
Guess I'll just have to stop talking. We'll let Spirit do whatever he wants, and he'll just magically solve everything. That's what you want.
Stop this.
What I want is to not waste time with quarreling, and instead spend our efforts to overcome this hardship. We have each made a vow to protect one another in this sunless, hateful void, and I, for one, intend to see it through. Let me not be alone in that.
Really?
You are so annoying. This isn't about friendship or whatever you're trying to...
Weapon?
Weapon, I see your sincerity and I thank you. I cannot claim that our efforts in this place will be rewarded.
I cannot say.
I have said as much already, but I do not know what may happen to myself or to anyone else. Nevertheless,
Together.
I pledge to aid in your escape and in your survival in all such ways I am able. I will do all that I can to make things right. Thank you, good spirit. I think that is all we can ask for. Ugh. You're seriously satisfied by that? And magic? Though the difference in our methods may be irreconcilable, please let it be said that I hold respect for you as a mage and value your contributions. For what little it may be worth. Why? Why did I have to be trapped with such a naive blue loser and a scheming mystery man with double underpants? This is so bad. This is so bad, but come on, Magic, get yourself together already.
Fine.
Alright.
Together.
Whatever you all said, I agree.
Together.
That will do. Thank you, Magic, for... No.
Stop.
Just stop talking, please. I'm afraid you know that will not last for long.
That matter.
If this topic is now settled, there is one more thing I... No! Have no fear, it is merely a jest. This UI is fucking banging. Oh, okay, cool. The relic has granted you the mercy of health. Select this icon to heal all emblems for 25% of their mass vitality. This power can be activated 3 times per chapter. Oh, sick. Oh. I can see all the homies. Are we about to fight a boss? Oh, I should drink water. You should drink water too. I'd say that. Oh, wait, what? Huh? What? Huh? No. No, stop talking! No, it was merely a jest. Scheming mystery man. Wait, no, it's not. But you know, little mage. As much as hearing you rant and rave and whine and complain makes me want to rip out all my tail feathers one by one. We do have something in common, you and I. Like you. I also want to wipe that smug expression from Emblems' contemptible face. Sadly, the boss says I can't play with you all just yet. So frustrating. I have to say, it's got me torn up to bits. You pathetic souls are just so... But as long as I leave you in one piece... Surely a little taste can't hurt! I'm such a hard-working gentleman after all. I think I deserve a little treat. Don't you? I love games that are basically an anime. Emblems. Sunless Vow. Oh, that's all of them together. Their souls are all muddled.
Oh, that's a cool cliffhanger. Okay. You've completed the demo for Emblems. Play the full version to untangle the mysteries of the Heart of the Void. Furthermore, Chaos Mode is coming to the demo soon. In the roguelike mode, you'll face new challenges with over 70 buffs to craft your perfect build. Thanks for playing! I did hate that the text went on without me advancing it. It just was like auto-scrolling. Extras? Oh. Outfits? Oh, okay. It is cool to be able to go and look at these though. The art is so amazing. They did a lot of great work on this. I can't leave from the menu, so I have to close. Okay, escape the void and destroy its heart. A collision between three lost souls ends up in a surprise trip to purgatory, where vengeful spirits abound. These unlikely friends must uncover the secrets of their past to escape. But can they stop arguing first? No release date as of yet. Help three unlikely friends destroy the void before they destroy each other. New allies, weapon, spirit, and magic have some big tasks ahead of them. Recover their stolen memories, defeat an ancient demon or two, and escape from the dreaded void between worlds, assuming they can stop arguing first, that is. As stakes rise and memories slowly return, will their once forgotten feelings break them or bring them closer? Turn-based, but quick. Emblems Sunless Vow is a turn-based roguelite RPG visual novel designed to reduce decision paralysis, allow short bursts of play, and offer an evolving stream of challenges as its story unfolds. The battles of this forsaken void require each character to put their soul into it, literally. Control 3 types of souls in a type triangle combat system that rewards calculated risk. All damage can be predicted and accounted for. Allow or remove RNG with story mode's various settings, including difficulty. Take a story-only cruise, or heat things up with 8 Tribulations. Mystery drama comedy. Weapon and magic remembering nothing as they wake in an unforgiving void where vengeful souls haunt every corner. A mysterious guy named Spirit appears just in time to save them. But doesn't he know a little too much? And just what is with that outfit? Yeah, I guess he's not an intruder, so he probably didn't lose his memories. Shenanigans abound in this novella-length drama that loves each of its characters, who also love each other, eventually. But wait, it's a roguelike too? Take your time with carefully balanced maps and story mode and enjoy an emotional tale with a roguelike progression system. Or take your chances with the ever-shifting void and procedurally generate chaos mode. Lost in the twists and turns of a void shift, you'll face new enemy tactics, stack over 70 passive buffs, and utilize special promotions to give form to your ideal build. But be warned, even greater foes lurk in the depths. A labor of love by 2 developers only. This game was coded, designed, composed for by Ikaru, and written, drawn, animated by Tonic. The only others involved were our wonderfully partial voice actors. Suffice to say, the 2 of us have worn a lot of hats over the last few years. We are happy to finally share these hand-painted artworks, dynamic character animations, and carefully crafted battles, and a hauntingly epic soundtrack. Yeah, the soundtrack was pretty banging. Whether you thrive on tiny math, crave an engaging story with endearing characters, or just enjoy watching numbers go up, we hope you'll find something in our game to love. Yeah, this Old Flower Games, thank you for making this. Can't wait. Expect to see this on our stream again.